Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because I am collaborating with my good friend Mandy Davis MUA. Mandy is just one of my dear friends on YouTube. I just adore this woman. I think she's super talented as a makeup artist, but she's also just a good person, and I have learned so much from watching her videos, and I just love that we are friends, and I just really am grateful for our friendship. We at some point are going to get together. I want to go to Nashville and we want to film a video together. I'm going to have her do my makeup. So that will happen. Hopefully, maybe we can hope for 2021. But in the meantime, Mandy is not only beautiful inside, she is freaking gorgeous on the outside. She has the most gorgeous skin, I think, on YouTube, just like glass. She does fantastic tutorials, and literally, you guys, I have learned so much from her channel, from her. She also helps rein me in because we are both junkies. I will often have to text her saying your crazy friend is thinking about this, and she will help me with my makeup and skincare decisions. So anyhow, we thought it would be fun to do our top 10 beauty products of 2020. Now, as you can imagine, this was super hard for me because I have a hard time weaning things down, so I cannot wait to see Mandy's list. We are worried there might be just a teeny crossover, so if you are interested in seeing my top 10 beauty products for 2020, let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, quick little heads up. I did include some new releases from 2020, but I'm also someone who's a little bit of a late bloomer to things. I don't always pick up the latest and greatest kind of launches. So I have in a few of these products that were basically my most used kind of new to me 2020 products. So it'll include a little bit of both. I just wanted to give a little heads up that it won't include all things that were launched in 2020. Some of these are just new to me that I absolutely love and feel like I need to share with you. I'm going to start with a skincare tool, and I am a total skincare junkie, but we would be here all day if I was going to do my favorites of 2020. But one thing that I got during 2020 that I totally use and love, and it's back in stock, so I feel the need to share, is the Chantecaille. This is their Bio Lifting Massage Tool, and I just use this every single day. You guys, I have tried other little gadgets, I have tried other rollers, but this is my absolute favorite one. So I just think it is fantastic, and I have used this in skincare videos and stuff, but I literally use this every single day. I kind of use this to kind of massage my serums into my skin to really penetrate and get all that goodness in there. It depuffs my skin, and I personally feel like it has really improved my skin, like it's kind of depuffed, and it's just something that now has become a daily ritual for me to be using this tool. And again, I can use it like with my serums, or I can put on my cream and go through and just really work the skin just a little bit to kind of give it a little temporary lift, kind of do a little lymphatic drainage and depuffing. So I cannot give this little tool enough kudos. It's my absolute favorite, and it is finally back in stock. I hate mentioning things that are not in stock. So did want to mention, awesome tool 2020. I use this every single day. Next, I'm going to talk about foundation, and this was super hard for me because I am a total foundation junkie. I have so many I love, so I will do a video kind of on my top 5 from 2020. But what I did want to point out is that this year they launched a bunch of sort of soft matte kind of foundations or radiant matte foundations. And I am 52, I have dry skin, and those kind of matte formulations are not generally what I kind of reach for or gravitate towards. I prefer something with a little bit more of a radiant kind of glow, but I did pick up two foundations that have the word matte in them, and I love them both, and I want to give them a shout out. So the first one I want to mention is the Clé de Peau. This is the Radiant Fluid Foundation Matte Formula. I was going to pass on this completely because of the word matte. I just, again, don't typically want matte kind of foundations on my skin. And this literally is a favorite of mine. I'm wearing it today, and I find that it just gives my skin sort of a nice little radiant glow with a kind of velvety finish. So it is not a flat matte whatsoever. And again, I was going to completely pass on it, and I'm just really glad that I did not. Every time I wear this on camera, you guys always tell me that my skin looks good. This has like a solid kind of medium coverage, medium to almost full, and you only have to use a little bit to get that kind of medium coverage. It does have an SPF of 20 in it, and although this is a pricey foundation, I just find that I reach for this the most, and I think it's because my skin feels very hydrated. It feels very nourished when I wear this. I am also someone who has sensitive skin. This has not caused me any issues, and I just truly love it. So I am wearing this in the shade 020. I am wearing this in the shade 020, and this was just a total find for me, and I literally, when in doubt, that's kind of been my go-to foundation. And one other thing I would mention is that yes, although this is expensive, half a pump is really all I need of this foundation, so I'm not having to use a ton of it, and I just really enjoy it. So wanted to mention that one. The other one that I absolutely love, and that is the Tom Ford. This is the Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. Now again, I believe this was on sale at the time that I was picking it up, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just give it a try, thinking, this might not work for me because of that word matte. And again, you guys, this is just a gorgeous, just radiant kind of soft matte foundation. So I have it in the shade 4.7. That is cool beige right here. I bought this during the summer, so when I do wear this, it does make me look a teeny bit tan, but it has a gorgeous finish on the skin. Again, kind of that kind of lit from within, gives a little bit of radiance. Like when I first tried this, I was like, are they sure that this is supposed to have the word matte in it? Because I literally thought this was more of a really radiant, glowy, gorgeous kind of foundation. So two foundations, but in the same category. One's called Radiant Matte, the other's Soft Matte, but both of these are fantastic for a more mature skin, and I definitely have been loving that kind of hybrid soft matte kind of foundation, and I'm going to be curious what this upcoming year's kind of launches are going to be about. Every year there tends to be either an emphasis more on matte foundations or on those kind of glowy dewy, so we shall see what 2021 brings. Okay, next we're going to talk about blush, and I have a brand new blush that I'm so excited about. This is the Westman Atelier. This is Baby Cheeks, and I already have been a fan of Baby Cheeks, but I just bought the La Holiday box from Westman Atelier, and inside they had a new blush that is called Mimi. And you guys, I am in love. So the one that I generally wear is Chouchette, is one of my favorites. And this one is Mimi, and this is a rich, deep sort of caramel nude, and I'm completely obsessed with it. So let me first give you a little swatch of Chouchette. This is the other shade that I generally wear the most from the baby cheek. So this is Chouchette. And then here is Mimi. So it's this beautiful nude color. We're going to put a little bit of this on, and I'm just obsessed. And I have to share this, although this is new to me in 2020. I love the formula of these cream blushes. I think they're one of the best. And this was a purchase that both Mandy and I were going back and forth about. Here is what Mimi looks like on the cheeks, and I just find it to be the perfect kind of nude shade. And right now it comes in just a holiday box, but the next thing that I'm going to give a shout out for happens to be in that box as well. And for highlighter, I am just in love with the new highlighter from Westman Atelier, and this one is in Nectar. And this is the shade Nectar right here. And you guys, it is so gorgeous. So I'm not someone who wears highlighter on a daily basis, except I might be starting because I absolutely love this highlighter. So I'm going to put this one on right here. This is just easy to wear, but it's going to give my skin this really healthy glow, but it's not going to be over the top, you guys. And again, this is a clean brand, so you can feel good about putting this kind of makeup on your face, and I just think that is just so pretty. So let me give you just another little look at how pretty this shade is. It is described as peachy nude highlight. You can even kind of put this on your eyes, just kind of for a nice, soft, glistening kind of look. So these two products have just snuck in before the 2020 cut off, but I have to say, so in love. I know that Mandy loves them too. So just wanted to share those. They're just outstanding. Cannot recommend them enough. Okay, for bronzer in 2020, Gucci released this gorgeous bronzer, and I have fallen in love with this. This is their Soleil bronzer, and this is in shade number 2. And this is in shade number 2. And I have fallen in love with this bronzer. So this is sort of a go-to bronzer on the day-to-day. I love the tone of this bronzer right here. And it was funny, I was debating between shades 3 and 2, and 2 was actually just a tad bit darker than 3. I think it's got a touch more of a little bit of a red tone versus golden tone, which I love both those. It's kind of a really nice mix between the two, but this one just glides onto your skin like butter. I almost feel like it has a little bit of that gel formulation in it, and I just really have been enjoying this tone as well as the formula. So not only is the packaging absolutely stunning on this Gucci bronzer, but I also know that other people who have bought different shades and tones of it have been really loving it. So really nice formula, looks really nice and natural on the skin, and shade 2 was a complete winner for me. So Gucci definitely did a fantastic launch on this, and I'm so excited to see what they are coming out with for 2021. I heard a foundation is on the way, so I think we'll have some fun things to look forward to in that kind of more luxury brand. We're going to dive into a little bit of eyeshadow. So in general, you guys, my two favorite things to purchase are foundation and eyeshadow. It's just like two of the things that I tend to like to focus on is complexion and eyes. And in the big kind of standout for me for 2020 was the Dior Quince. So you guys, yes, I did fall down the rabbit hole, but I wanted to mention these because previously I had maybe one or two of their kind of 5-color or quince, and I just kind of was okay with them. I didn't think they were just amazing or anything like that. But this year they came out with a whole new line of their quince, and they came out with very wearable kind of everyday kind of tones and shades, and I just fell in love with them. I bought one of them, and my first ever one was soft cashmere, and this is just this gorgeous everyday soft eye look, and I just fell in love with the formula. They're buttery, they create the most pretty easy eye, and I've just been kind of collecting them along the way, especially when there is a sale. So I'm just going to quickly whip through the ones that I have. So soft cashmere is a beautiful cool toned eye look. I love this for every day, and it's probably one of my most worn of all of them. New Look is also a really beautiful kind of cool toned palette that I really love here. This has those beautiful kind of taupes in here, and it's got a little touch of this burgundy kind of purple. So to me, this is going to give me more of an oomph kind of eye, but definitely still day to day. So these New Look and soft cashmere, definitely when I'm wanting something more on that cool toned eye look, I pull those out. Then I recently picked up Nude Dress, and this is your beautiful kind of warmer toned everyday eye look. Beautiful peachy kind of brown toned eye look, and I just love this one as well. Someone told me I need to pick up Poncho. That one always seems to be sold out, but I believe Poncho would be kind of similar to the what I described soft cashmere as being. So we've got soft cashmere and Nude Dress kind of as the really soft, pretty day-to-day eye. Then New Look and Poncho would be kind of that step up that would give you just a little bit more, but definitely wearable for day to day. And I just love Nude Dress. Then 3 more with a little bit more color tones in them. Today I am wearing Tutu, and for anyone with hazel eyes, I think you're going to really love this beautiful kind of lavender, plum toned mauve kind of quint here. I just love this one, and again, very easy to wear day to day. Then you guys convinced me to pick up Jungle, and I'm in love with Jungle. So if you can get your hands on Jungle, you guys, this one is just gorgeous. It's got a little bit of this deep forest green. It's got some peach in here, really pretty kind of gold, amber tones in it, and I just love this. So, and then last but not least, we've got Denim. And you guys may have thought I've gone crazy. I am kind of the queen of the neutral eye looks, but I love denim. And it's just a gorgeous kind of blue toned quint, but you can make a very wearable day-to-day eye look with this. I often use this beautiful sandy beige color and then use these more as liners for a little pop of fun, and I love denim. So those Dior Quints were a true standout for me in 2020. I just think they're fantastic, and again, you couldn't go wrong with any of them. Okay, eyeliner. We have a little bit of a joke on my channel. The previous year, it was all about my Chanel Stilo U in purple chalk. And you guys, I still absolutely adore purple chalk, one of my ultimate favorites. And this formula is basically my ultimate favorite. And this formula is like my go-to eyeliner. These are waterproof and they just stay in place, especially for anyone who might have more experienced eyes that things tend to slide around a little bit. These Stilo U waterproof eyeliners are the absolute best. So the previous year was all about purple chalk, and you guys, I still love purple chalk, but this year has been all about Brune Agape. And Brune Agape is a beautiful kind of chestnut bronze eye color, and I just love it. So 2 of them that I have to have, and I've repeat purchased several of these, is purple chalk and Brune Agape. So the Stilo U's are still up there as my 2020 all-time favorite eyeliners, but I just love those two colors that I can't live without, and they will always be in my repertoire. And then you guys know my second kind of eyeliner that is right up there in line with my Chanel Le Stilo U's are the Chantecaille. These are the Luster Glide Silk Infused Eyeliners. My ultimate favorite is Slate. If you guys can get your hands on Slate, it is the perfect kind of charcoal gray with a little bit of blue in it, and I just find that it pops everybody's eyes. So I love all the colors. My newest obsession is Black Forest, and my newest obsession is Black Forest, and it is just gorgeous. It's a deep kind of rich kind of forest green color. It looks fantastic. You can wear it as a day-to-day kind of look, but it's just beautiful, and that is because you guys recommended, you said I needed that Black Forest, and you were absolutely right. So as far as my 2020 eyeliners, the Chanel is staying up there. Those are like my ultimate, and I absolutely love the Chantecaille just as much, just different colors and tones. And Slate from Chantecaille's Luster Glide eyeliners is my ultimate kind of go-to that I like to wear. It's a little bit softer than black, and it just seems to be a little bit more forgiving on my more experienced eyes. So you can't go wrong with any colors. I really kind of love all of them, but I just wanted to give a shout out to those few colors that are standouts for 2020. Okay, so first we're going to deal with lipstick. There is many things that I could be mentioning right now, but the biggest new launch in 2020 that I absolutely fell in love with was from Victoria Beckham. These are the Posh lipsticks, and I had high hopes for these, and I was not disappointed. I love the formula, I love the shades, and I now have like almost all of them, I think, except for two. I just think they are gorgeous. So number one, the actual packaging is really sleek and beautiful. This is a clean formula, and the lipsticks are just really kind of right up my alley. They grip my lips, but they're a little bit glossy, very hydrating, and I just have literally fallen in love with these. So I'm wearing Sway today, so this one's going to be a little bit more in that pink tone, but I also was able to buy some of the lighter ones. Victoria actually has a little of her favorite, has a little set called the Edit set, and it has three of her favorites, and they are actually three of mine as well. It has Spice, which is a mid-tone ginger. It has Pout, which is a pale coral pink, as well as Pose, which is your mid-tone mauve that perfectly balances a smoky eye look. I cannot recommend these lipsticks enough. I love the formula. I think the shades and the tones are very chic and wearable, and I just truly love them. So this has been a standout for 2020. The Victoria Beckham lipsticks are an A+, and I highly recommend that little kit as well, because I feel like that's going to give you a little mix of every kind of tone that you would want just to start with. If you have watched my channel, you will know that I love to finish off my kind of makeup look by taking out my Sisley bronzer. This is the Phyto Touche bronzer here. I pull out my big La Mer fluffy brush. This has been a game changer in 2020, and I want to give a shout out to Jenny. Jenny's a good friend of mine, but she was the one who kind of said, I know you have that La Mer brush. You've got to get this Sisley bronzer, and you just kind of use this as an all-over glow. So this bronzer, of course, can be used as bronzer, but I find that it just gives this really pretty, healthy glow, kind of finishes off the skin. So I just go simply like this, and again, you can use whatever brush you like. I just like this as far as being something that's a little bit bigger because I'm going to be wearing this all over my face. And then I will just simply finish off my face this way, and I just find that it gives me a really nice little glow on the skin, but it's not over the top. And again, it's something that I can wear year round, and I call this my little glow maker. So absolutely love this tip. It's the way that I finish off my face every single day, and many of you have started that as well, and you guys love it too. So although this bronzer is super pricey, I have had this literally for a year now. Like I got it right, I think last January, and this is the tone, and I just have found that it's just beautiful. I wear it every day and I have plenty of product left, so this has been worth every single penny. And if during the holiday season you can get this on sale at one of the mini retailers, I highly recommend it. Now it does come, mine is the old version that comes in more of a silver package. Now it is marketed in a gold package, but it is the exact same product. So I often get asked that. Same product, just different packaging for the year 2020. But I absolutely love that. Can't live without it. So, as many of you know, I'm not only a beauty junkie, I'm a complete fragrance nut, and I love it so much. And Mandy and I often share very similar taste in fragrances. So she always makes me laugh because she had told me I either want to smell like a man or I want to smell like cake. And I have to say, when she told me that, it completely resonated with me because I love that kind of same tone. I either like those kind of unisex fragrances that just smell amazing, that are definitely maybe leaning a little bit more on that masculine side, or I just want to be completely like girly, smell amazing, smell like cake. I'm a foodie. I love my vanilla fragrances. And so, and again, we could be here all day. I have a video coming out with 2020 fragrances, but I did want to mention two from Chantecaille because I know that she has both of these as well. And this is Vetiver and this is Frangipane. And you guys, these are gorgeous. So Vetiver is going to be along that kind of like a woody, more of a green kind of freshy scent. It's often in men's cologne, but I find this to be kind of the feminine version of a vetiver. It is one of these invigorating kind of confidence boosting fragrances. I love this as kind of a go-to for me, especially if I'm feeling like a little low energy and I want to feel like a little boost of energy or kind of steer me in that way that day. I'm going to pull out my vetiver and I'm going to put this one on. It is elegant. It's got a touch of vanilla, which I find very pretty, which I find that makes this just a little bit more feminine, but it definitely is this unisex kind of gorgeous scent. Feminine, sophisticated. This is sort of like your Audrey Hepburn kind of fragrance. Now, Frangipane, this is going to be your warm, sensual, cake-like, delicious fragrance. And I just love this one. I also love this one from Chantecaille because it really warms up on the skin. When I first put this on, of course, it's got some sweetness, this and that, but it really develops over time on your skin, and I just find it to become really sensual and cozy, slightly sweet, but not overly sweet. It's really a perfectly kind of balanced fragrance, and I just love it. So I wanted to mention Chantecaille fragrances are just beautiful, that none of them are offensive. I find that these are perfect for gifts, if that makes sense, because I find that it's not going to be over the top. They all are unique and beautiful, and I think they did a fantastic job with describing them on their website. Like with the way they describe them really truly are the way that I would describe them as well. So these two from Chantecaille, Highly recommend. Those are go-tos. So the next category that I wanted to give a little shout out to was in 2020, I was finally able to wear Chanel perfume again. So I grew up with a mom wearing Chanel. My whole family basically wore Chanel growing up, different variations of it, myself included. I was a Coco girl. I loved Chanel number 19, Cristal. Like I pretty much wore all Chanel because that was what my mom wore and my sisters. So I think there was just a real strong association that every time I smelled a Chanel fragrance, it just reminded me of my mom, and I just wasn't wanting to kind of go there, I guess I would say. I wasn't ready to kind of embrace that. I finally got over that and have fallen in love with the Chanel L'Exclusifs line. And a few that I want to just give a quick shout out to is Beige. Beige is just happiness in a bottle. This is something that I know my mom wore, and I just really enjoyed this fragrance. So I'm able to wear this, think about her, as I've mentioned a couple different times. This one reminds me of Johnson's baby shampoo, but I mean that in the best possible way. Kind of has like a 90s kind of smell to me, but it is classy. It makes me happy, and so Beige has been a standout for 2020. The other one that I fell in love with was Jersey, and I call this one Cozy in a Bottle. So this one is just absolutely cozy. It's got lavender and vanilla, and it's kind of a soft musk, but this one's just a gorgeous, easy to wear fragrance. So definitely love that. And then one that I wasn't sure about, but that my son kind of pushed me to buy, and that is Boy. And Boy is definitely not in my wheelhouse. This is more of a fougere kind of fragrance, and I tend to gravitate more towards those woody florientals or those kind of warm vanilla, kind of sensual fragrances. And this is more of an aromatic kind of fougere fragrance. Has a bunch of kind of aldehydes in the beginning of this, but I have fallen in love with this. It reminds me of my son, who happens to live in New York City. So I will often wear this when I am missing him. I will pull this out because I know he loves this as well. So glad to be able to kind of dive back into some Chanel classics. Okay, we will end with that because we could again be here all day if we're talking about perfume, but just wanted to kind of share those two kind of highlights. Okay guys, those are my top 10 kind of beauty products, a teeny bit of cheating with just kind of the category of eyeshadows. But in general, those have been true highlights of 2020. As usual, I would love to hear what your like favorite standout product of 2020 was or is. And I cannot wait to watch Mandy's video of her top 10 beauty products. I always get in trouble when I'm watching her videos. I tend to always have to go off and buy something because she has such solid recommendations. Seriously, everything I have ever picked up from her channel or from her recommendations, I've truly loved. So let's go pop over and watch Mandy's video. Please give her a little love from me. I'm sending you so much holiday love. And Mandy, thank you for collaborating with me. You know that I just absolutely love you. I'm sending you a huge holiday hug, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with another one soon.